we're going to enter the body in a real and practical way. Then, having done that, we are going to face the truth of life, which is also inside your body. So now, let us enter your body. You do this with your attention, your inner perception. To begin with, you must feel me. Me is not this person or voice speaking outside of you. Me is the most intimate part of yourself, where you feel love, anger, sweetness, joy, or disturbance. You feel that only in me, for there is only one me in the universe, and that is me that you can feel now. So feel me. Who's feeling me? I, the intelligence, the reality inside this body of reflection. I am feeling me. There is only one I in the universe also, for only I in this body call myself I here. So there is I feeling or perceiving me. Are you doing that? Feel me. I am sensational. Sensation is a sort of a little grainy feeling, isn't it? When you're not feeling anything in particular, you can always feel the sensation of me. And then, inside that sensation, appears the sensations of joy, or the feelings of joy, hunger, sweetness, resentment and anger, etc. This is entering your body. This is acquainting yourself with me. Now the basis of me is good. Good or well-being. For the basis of every body, animal and human being, is well-being. You are born with well-being in your body. It is only later that you acquire disturbance, frustration, anger, unhappiness. So that those negative, those destructive emotions are actually laid upon the good, the well-being that is basic to your nature or the nature of your body within. So as you enter your body, you are likely to come across those emotions which you have acquired. And as you intelligently descend into me, you may feel some sadness, some resentment, some fear. Do not be put off by this, for those emotions are what you have made, what you have been. They are your past. And what you are endeavoring to do is to get down through them, to descend through them, to that which you were born with, which you are, which is your natural self or being. The well-being, the good. So don't be put off, for the endeavour will be of these emotions to throw you outside, to keep you up in your brain, where you will start thinking and wondering and wanting and trying to understand what you're doing. Don't try to understand me. You cannot understand me, because me is fundamentally the joy or well-being of life on earth. And then you can't understand the fear that's in you, the negative emotions, because they are all false. They are what you have acquired. Once you start feeling the good, connecting with the well-being of your body, that reality automatically starts to dissolve the negative emotions that you have acquired due to the influence of the people around you and your teachers and the very ignorance of society. For society, if you ever go and speak to anyone or ask anyone a question or have a conversation, society soon gets on to its problems, starts to talk first about its problems, what went wrong, what's making it unhappy. You have to overcome that and start to look for the good and not for the problem. That is the way to descend consciously into me, into your very nature, your purity that is always there. In other words, you are sort of rolling back the time that you have gathered, the past that you have gathered. You're rolling it back so that you can get back to the moment where you were born, not as a memory, but as the pure beauty, the joy, the well-being that makes the baby in the cradle gurgle without any experience or virtually no experience. The baby body in the cradle gurgles with joy, with pleasure, without really seeing anything, just enjoying itself, its whole being, its own being. You must become as a little child again, in other words. You must descend into your simplicity, your innocence. And it's there, in me, underneath all the cleverness, all the anxiety, all the fear that you have picked up in your journey through experience. So just summing up, there are the three aspects of me. The first thing to do is to endeavour to feel the good in me, the peace in me. Always go for the good. The second thing to do is to, or the second thing in me, is the sensation. If you can't feel the good, then feel the sensation, the sensational me. That's neither good nor bad. It's just steady, a little drumming away there, a graininess. Then, and only when you feel the good or the sensation, can you then become aware of the negative, the disturbance, the fear, the anxiety. But always perceive that negativity, those negative emotions, after you are in the good or have made contact with the sensational. Don't just go to the problem, the bad, the disturbance, the anxiety in you. For it's like a magnet. If you go straight to that, it will suck you in And before long you will become depressed, emotional, and your brain won't be any help because it loves to think, to get experience. And the best experience the brain can get is from anxiety, fear. For then it races around and round, in useless thought. And you are unable then to make contact with the good or the sensational, no matter how hard you try. It's no good trying afterwards. The negative emotions are too strong. So, in the first instance, always go to the good. If you can't reach the good, get to the sensational. And from that point, just be aware that inside of you there is fear or disturbance, but don't linger there. Stay with the sensational or the good, and that will gradually dissolve the other.